Most people picture bone as a dry, dead stick, but crack one open and you find a living, breathing structure. It can withstand 30 times your body weight without cracking. And unlike any structure we engineer, it heals its own microfractures. No external patches or stitches required. This is the machine you live inside. Let's take it apart piece by piece and look at all 206 individual parts. Understanding this internal architecture explains why the body can survive decades of constant physical impact and biological wear. Infants have 300 disjointed bones with skull gaps for brain growth. These fuse into a rigid 206-bone adult frame divided into two systems. The 80-bone axial skeleton forms your central tower, skull, spine, and ribcage. The 126-bone appendicular skeleton includes limbs and anchoring girdles. The central axial tower acts as an armored core, protecting your vital organs. The appendicular system operates as the kingdom of motion, built to reach, grip, run, and leap. 80 bones engineered for protection, and 126 engineered for motion. Together, they form a singular, highly efficient human vehicle. Curious tone. Look inside a femur and you see two distinct layers. The outer shell is compact bone, dense, smooth, and incredibly strong. But beneath that lies a cavernous honeycomb interior, known as spongy bone. This cross-section highlights how that spongy lattice is arranged. The struts grow exactly along lines of physical stress, dispersing force to maximize strength and keep bone lightweight. At the nanoscale, flexible collagen ropes braid together, while hard calcium crystals lock precisely into the gaps. Combining flexible ropes with rigid minerals creates a composite material that absorbs shock without shattering. It is a weight-bearing technology that rivals modern architectural design. Because of daily wear and tear, the skeleton you have today is not the one you had a decade and years. Two opposing cellular crews run this ongoing construction site. First are the Osteoclasts, the demolition team. They use acids and enzymes to dissolve old bone tissue. Right behind them come the Osteoblasts. These are the builders. They follow the demolition path, filling in those excavated pits with fresh new bone. And while the walls are being rebuilt, the deep core is running a completely separate operation. Inside the red marrow cavity, stem cells rapidly divide, churning out over 2 million new red blood cells every single second. It looks like a static frame from the outside, but internally it is a hyperactive biological construction site and a chemical factory, constantly fighting to keep your body functional. This entire system relies on a perfect equilibrium. If the osteoclast demolition crew starts working faster than the osteoblast builders can lay down new material, the structural architecture begins to fail. This diagram illustrates what happens when that balance tips toward bone loss. The once dense lattice becomes highly porous, brittle, and susceptible to fracturing, a condition known as osteoporosis. But there is a biological countermeasure, Wolff's Law. When you run, jump, or lift, that mechanical stress sends a direct signal to the osteoblasts to build denser, thicker bone, exactly along the lines of force. The bone simply reacts to the environment you put it in. Its physical strength isn't guaranteed. It is earned through the physical demands placed upon it. Structural support is only half the job. Your skeleton also operates as a localized mineral bank, vaulting 99% of your body's calcium. When your blood levels drop, the bone releases exactly what your heart and nerves need to keep firing. It acts as biological armor. The skull forms a seamless vault for the brain. The rib cage flexes around the heart and lungs, and the vertebrae stack into a tunnel that protects your spinal cord. Beyond protection, bone cells also secrete a hormone called osteocalcin into the bloodstream. This chemical signal travels to the pancreas and brain to help manage blood sugar, meaning the skeleton serves as a metabolic transmitter, an endocrine organ in its own right. But it needs the right materials and the right signals to maintain itself. Moving, lifting heavy loads, eating calcium-rich foods, and getting enough sleep are requirements to ensure the cellular night crew successfully rebuilds the frame. 206 bones, continuously tearing themselves down and building themselves back up based on the signals you give them. It is a reactive architecture that never stops listening to how you choose to live.